You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans. So we've got weekly spoilers for January 27th through the 31st. We're going to see Jada's wedding disaster, plus Ava tied up and tormented. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you are not following us, please subscribe. Also, today's video is going to be a combination daily spoilers and the promo because Peacock has now decided to release them both on the same day. So I am going to see how you like it. I'm going to show you promo snippets day by day in the week, during the week as they happen. So let me know in the comments what you think about this. Monday, January 27th is season 60, episode 111. Holly is upset and venting to Doug 3. She and Tate were having a moment last week, and then Sophia came in upset that her mom nixed the idea of the adoption, and then they were hugging, and then Holly's it's just too much, and who can blame her? Rachel and the woman who is presumably her grandma, she's saying woman in white, but that's got to be Rachel Blake. They make a pact. I think they are going to kill Ava. On Friday, little Rachel lured Ava to Blake House, and the woman in white, aka Big Rachel, cracked Ava's skull with a candlestick. And so she is going to be horrified to wake up gagged and tied up to an old wheelchair. It looks like the one from Whatever Happened to Baby Jane or Misery. It's definitely got a creepy vibe. Brady and Kristen continue their desperate search to find their daughter. And, Brady had that very garbled message from Ava. So now they have an idea that she was going off, but they don't know where she went. And Javi spends some time reminiscing with Leo on Monday. And Sophia has a suggestion for Tate, and it is a bold one. And I wonder if she wants to, run off with him, maybe backtrack on terminating. I feel like terminating's off the table now that they've had the ultrasound and everything. We'll see. But it's going to be some sort of extreme suggestion. Tuesday, January 28th, season 60, episode 112. All right, on Tuesday, we are kicking off the festivities for wedding week on Days of Our Lives. Check out this clip.
Someone told me there's a party.
It's Winter Wedding Week on Days.
What are you looking at?
So Paulina is going to be there for Chanel, and it's also going to be Bachelor and Bachelorette Parties Day. We're going to see both of them in two different locations. Stephanie hosts Jada's Bachelorette Shindig at her place. We've got Gabby, Chanel, Belle, Paulina all there, and fake Rafe's party is at the Brady Pub with EJ, Johnny, Steve, Sean. Javi's there also, and a stripper. Check it out.
The night before parties.
Name a hookup you regret.
You trying to start something with me, Patchy? Hey, boys.
We're also going to see Belle and EJ crossing swords, and it looks like they are kissing and sizzling after their respective parties. And Steve is also there to encourage his daughter, Stephanie. Wednesday, January 29th, season 60, episode 113. We have got hungover Chanel waking up at Sean's place, looks like in his bed, looks like undressed. I don't know if he was drinking or not. If he wasn't drinking, then he made this decision stone cold sober. She was definitely drinking. Check out this clip.
Who knows where the night will take us.
Meanwhile, Marlena is horrified to find something she does not want to see under her roof. She finds Belle in bed with EJ in Belle's room at her place. Look at this.
How could you do this?
And back over at the DiMera mansion, Kristen offers Johnny a little history lesson. Now, I don't know if it's about her past, and, she's been talking about the Blakes a lot. It could be about Rafe and Arnold. I think that would be a very good and interesting history lesson for Johnny, given the reveal on the Day of Days promo that he is going to be talking about Arnold to Roman soon, about him being a rapist, and then Roman's going to go ahead and tell Johnny his origin story. And Brady is very worried for Ava because she is definitely missing and left that message, and he has to be thinking, has my crazy daughter done something to her? And yes, she is. and her namesake is plotting it out with her. Thursday, January 30th is episode 114 of the current season, and EJ is toying with the real Rafe, who he still has tied up down in that room off the tunnels. Look at this clip.
Jada thinks that she is marrying me.
So if you notice on his head, EJ has put one of those little cone birthday hats on Rafe's head because it is in fact his birthday. That was the wedding day he and Jada chose, and EJ is just poking at him. Unless he's going to get rid of Rafe permanently or have Dr. Rolf show up with some serum to scramble his memories, I don't know what he thinks he's doing, because Rafe would be so angry because he's salting the wound, when he gets out of there. Meanwhile, Marlena is unsure about Leo's actions and questions him on Thursday, and Arnold is forcing Javi to keep a secret, of course, while he's pretending to be Rafe. And I wonder if it's something to do with that exotic dancer in the cop outfit, because fake Rafe, was sitting in the chair and enjoying that. And I wouldn't put it past Arnold to sleep with the stripper, because he's not supposed to be sleeping with Jada, according to EJ. And unless he's going to dump her at the altar, it's hard to imagine how he's going to get away with not sleeping with her on the wedding night. But EJ says, don't you dare. This is just a dodgy plan all around. Meanwhile, as she's getting ready to walk down the aisle and Stephanie's helping her get dressed and all that, Jada confesses something huge to Stephanie. She thinks that something is wrong with her groom. Look at this clip from the promo.
Something's been really off about Rafe lately.
And he has been doing weird things. He's been calling her pet names that don't exist. It's interesting how Galen Gehring is playing this, because Arnold has an entirely different energy. Rafe is more of a kind of solid guy, and Arnold is just kind of skittery. He's just twitchy and just weird. And I like seeing Galen getting a chance to stretch his wings, by doing both parts. Meanwhile, Jada is hesitant with Gaby on Thursday. So they hook up after the Bachelor and Bachelorette parties too, but then later in the week, he's hesitant with her. And bear in mind, this is the first day of sweeps, Thursday is. And I just wonder if Chad's words about all the bad thing that Gaby has done to the family have resonated, because if you remember, JJ was kind of being snotty about Kat, and then Chad said, well, you're seeing Gaby, and she tried to blow up Julie's heart, and we all saw that with the app, so yeah, glass houses and all that. Friday, January 31st is the second day of February sweeps, and it's going to be season 60, episode 115 of Days. And Steve and Jada have a nice moment. Just check this little part of the promo out.
And the big day.
Steve is going to be walking Jada down the aisle because, of course, her dad has passed on, but Steve knew him really well. So I think this is a very sweet moment. And Steve also takes a moment to spend a little time with Kayla amid the wedding chaos. And fake Rafe and Jada's wedding is kicking off. Look at this and see what Paulina says, because she is certain this wedding is going to go perfectly. But we all know how weddings go in Salem. Look at this.
They're going to get hitched without a hitch.
And that's important to note, because the real Rafe breaks out of the room in the DiMera tunnels under the mansion, and it looks like he escapes. Is he going to interrupt his own wedding and shock the bride? Finally, Javi talks to Leo about the awful secret he's keeping. He feels sick to his stomach about hiding this from Jada, since she's living in the house with him and he knows her really well and they've bonded. So he's feeling kind of ick. We'll see if he gives up the goods.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.